Well, obviously, this one is going to hurt for a really, really long time. When you are in complete control of a football game and the script gets flipped in the second half, and it was a lot of self-inflicted things. And give credit to them. We knew they were a team that could come back and fight. They proved it all season long, and we had opportunities to kind of put them away, and we didn't get it done.
Now, what do you think happened?
A lot of bad things happened. I think a pivotal part was offensively. We come out in the second half and just could not get anything going. And you go 3-and-out, 3-and-out. I think we got a first down on the third drive, but it was just too many opportunities when you have the ball and you're not scoring.
Was that an offensive line issue, you think, early in the second half?
I think it was all of the above. There were certainly some things we did up front where they started bringing pressure and we weren't sliding out to it, weren't picking it up. Give them credit. And it's unfortunate because, we were doing so great in the first half, and then the second half was a different story.
Matt, you said you had some self-inflicted wounds in this game, but how much did Caleb Williams? What impact did he have, do you think, in kind of turning that game around? How much did he kind of will the Bears' offense?
Yeah, he's a great player, and he's proven it time and time again. And you just can't give him that many opportunities. And that's collectively, that's offensively, that's on special teams, and then certainly on defense. You got to find a way to put him away.
Hey, Matt, you got a year left on your contract, and policy has said he doesn't like lame duck seasons. Do you expect to be back next season? Have you guys already started negotiating that deal? Or?
Yeah, with all due respect to your question, Pete, now's not the time for that. I'm just hurting for these guys. I can only think about just what just happened, and there'll be time for that.
Coach, how do you think Jordan played?
I thought he played his ass off. I really did. I thought he was out there competing. We obviously didn't do enough around him, and there were a couple situations where, whether it's a bad play call or bad protection, but I can't say enough great things about Jordan Love.
What do you attribute the problems in the kicking game tonight with the two missed field goals and the missed extra point?
Until I go back and look at it and talk to him, one of those kicks was a long kick at the end of the half. Obviously, the conditions are windy, but the difference was they made theirs and we did not.
You had a delayed game coming out of a timeout. What does that happen?
Yeah, that's a great question. That's inexcusable.
About a month ago, you guys were here, and obviously the game goes sideways after 2-minute warning into overtime, and then this game, big lead in the second half. Is there any thread that you look at that there's a commonality? There was the Bears adjusting at halftime that you guys maybe weren't able to adjust back. Is there anything that you can point to for those?
Well, I think that's our job to find those answers. Like I said, I think there was some uncharacteristic things, and we got bailed out at times too, where we displayed poor ball security a couple times, put the ball on the carpet, and it didn't kill us in a couple of those situations, but all in all, it was lack of execution from everybody.
Did you change how you called plays at all with such a big lead at half?
No. What they did was they brought more pressure, and so we started to go to more of our drop back protections because they were firing corner blitzes and safety blitzes, and unfortunately there were multiple occasions where we should have been picked up and weren't.
Matt, you've won a lot of games here, and I know you always say the quarterback gets too much blame, and I'm sure it's the same for you as a coach too, but after the way the season finished and a couple other playoff shortcomings, why do you think you should be back here next year?
Again, Pete, I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Do you think your team has the confidence that the leadership of this organization can get them where they want to go?
Yeah, again, with all due respect, Pete, definitely now's not the time. Whatever, Bill.
a couple times this year.
Sorry, Bill.
A couple times this year, the script has flipped. What does it take to stop that when everything's going against you? What does it take to turn things back around?
You know, we just got to do a better job of keeping our composure as a football team and going out there and doing the fundamental things that we practice all the time. And I think when you get in these types of big games, when you don't execute simple fundamentals, it comes back to bite you, and that's exactly what happened.
You and Goody have both said, like, we're not young anymore, we're experienced in the playoffs. So why is there that lack of composure in these big moments, do you think?
That's a great question. And again, got to go back. We got to look at it. We got to talk. You know, there's a lot of pieces. All you're trying to do in the moment is when mistakes are made, you're correcting them. There's not long discussions on the sideline. It's just you correct the mistakes and you try to keep it moving. And I felt like just our team got a little bit disheveled in the second half.
I think it was a fourth down play where Caleb got out to his left and kind of made a pretty wild throw. What did you see happen there?
Yeah, he's a guy that's tough to contain. The whole plan was to try to especially eliminate his ability to go right. That's what he likes to do, but certainly, I mean, he made a heck of a play, heck of a throw.
Now, do you think that there's an immaturity when you're not inexperienced, but they're all still young, that they either don't know how to handle success or struggle to answer when there's a ton of adversity getting thrown at them? Because it has happened quite a bit in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, those are all great questions, and certainly that's my job to find the answers to those.
Coach, what does it mean to you to be the head coach of the Green Bay Packers?
It means everything to me. I mean, this is the greatest organization in the world, in my opinion, and it's very humbling. And I'm certainly disappointed right now. I'm disappointed mostly for, well, not mostly, I'm disappointed for everybody that's associated with the Green Bay Packers. I'm disappointed for our locker room. I'm disappointed for our fans. I'm disappointed for our leadership, just all our employees, everybody involved with the Green Bay Packers right now.
Two more, please. What was the thinking to call the timeout with, I think it was 44 seconds left?
Well, we were trying to pick up the first down, so we popped the timeout right there. You know, hindsight's 20/20. We wanted to get a good play that we thought could pick up a chunk, and we did. But unfortunately, we had an injury that burned some time, and obviously, the timeout that really hurt us was when we make a substitution error and we have too many defensive players on the field. Like, that stuff cannot happen.
No, I know it's a tough question because you haven't seen the film. The game just ended. You know, from the second half on to the end of the game, is there anything that you can immediately identify as, I wish I would have done this differently, just from your perspective? You know, either a different play call in a certain.
Yeah, there's always different play calls. I think anytime a play doesn't work, you're just like, you're kicking yourself. Oh, I wish I would have called something different. And there's plenty of reasons why they don't work at times, whether it's, you know, just an execution error, or potentially there are some times when the other team gets you, and that's just football. And I think that happens, you know, in every game. But you got to find ways to overcome it, and we just did not do that tonight.
What was the last play designed to be, and is that a function of a different center that Jordan drops the snap? I mean, just went haywire.
I didn't even see what was going on in the pocket. I was looking downfield. Obviously, we're trying to get everybody into the end zone. They were soft to our right side, their left side. I think he was going to spit the ball out to Rome to get like 5-7 yards to get a little bit closer, because there was, I want to say, 7 seconds on the clock. And when he dropped the ball, like, then it becomes the last play of the game, and it just, from there on out, it's just chaos, right?
What's it going to take to get over the hump? organizationally?
It's going to take a lot of work, because we're not where we want to be. And I know we've fought through a lot of adversity this year. Unfortunately, you know, we didn't do enough to overcome that adversity, and that's all of us collectively. We got to do more. We got to be better, because it's never an excuse. I know we lost some key players, but you got to find a way to overcome that, because I think we do have a lot of talent on our team, and it's disappointing.